aka Armorama, and we're back for some more World of Tanks videos. I thought I'd start this little series off with, maybe I'll do 1 or 2 or 3 replays, I'm not sure which yet. But I thought I would start this off with the evil arty. Yes, I do actually play some arty. I know I've never actually featured an arty match before. I have gone up a little bit on the British line. I'm up to the tier 5, the FV-304, the Burt. And I'm up to the tier 7 on the French line. And I could actually start doing the Russian line, considering I can buy an S-51. But primarily, I just kind of liked the idea of the French tank, the French arties, because they have the autoloader at the tier 10 tank. And then, of course, I liked the what's it called? The Conquered gun carriage, the tier 10 British arty, because it has just amazing splash damage. But other than that, I'm not really much of an arty player. This is not going to be a fantastic match either, but there is going to be a surprise outcome, I think. At least for me, anyways, it was a surprise. I just played this battle literally like 15 minutes ago, so it's very, very fresh in my head. And we'll go ahead and take off and start. And you can see we're playing on South Coast, and we've got a pretty good team here. I mean, I thought we did anyways. We've got a couple of decent players and a quasi-unicum with the ELC down there, and then the other side's got, you know, some average Joe players, which is good. I decided to go here in the little bush, and I'm trying to see what I can target. And I noticed that when I move too far to the west here, I can't target the area that I want to target. So I think pretty quickly I decide to maybe change positions. I am not the kind of arty player that like knows all the good positions and such. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to speed this up to ×2 simply because you know, it's an arty match, and I don't really do a whole lot to start off with. And there's a tank spotted down there on the east that I didn't notice. I was looking back here for this KV-3, but yeah, I'm not going to be able to get him. So then I think, all right, we'll go, should I look out coast? Oh, okay, these guys. So I start to settle on these guys. I'll go back down to ×1. Oops, I didn't hit the right button. I'm looking over here. There we go. We'll go back over there. All right, so I'm trying to aim on this T-21, who is, he is basically right there. And of course, shot lands short. I kill a tree though. You know, so I'm doing something. I'm removing foliage. I decide to focus on this M4E2. If he would just sit still, of course, my reload time is 27 seconds roughly, and that takes a while. That's 2 shots every minute. Not a whole lot, really. I think people really underestimate how difficult it is sometimes to play artillery. You don't get to fire a lot. Enemies move around, and as soon as you, you know, try to fire, they've moved position. Now, of course, the M12 that's with me, he does pretty well, so maybe he's just been playing arty a lot more than me. And that's me just jumping all around the map, looking for stuff. I figured the IS-2 would probably be arty safe. This Achilles is arty safe. So I decide to pretty soon move back over to the guys that are exposed over here. Oh, well, there's a good shot on the T3. If only I'd stayed over here. See, this is my problem with playing arty. I'm too impatient. If I just stayed focused and locked my suspension, my chassis on this side, I would have been able to probably get that shot, just like the M12 just got a shot on him, and it went in, I believe. So I think I decide, he pops up again. This was pretty lucky, actually. But he's gonna show up one more time, and I think the M12 is going to take another shot at him. We'll see if my memory serves correct. I'm waiting. There he is down there. Oh, and I pulled away too fast. Oh, now I've got to reset. Damn it. See, just as I pull away, he shows up again. So, okay. Oh, see, that's the M12 hits him, and he goes invisible, and I'm like, oh, how far did he move? Well, I'm going to say right there, and I fire, and my shot, I actually killed him with splash damage there, because you saw my shot actually hit the ground, and but he only had, you know, 50 hit points, so it's not that surprising I was able to get him with some splash. So, you know, this is pretty much the whole battle is going by like this with very few, you know, I've gotten 1 splash hit, if those really even count, but no penetrating hits. I've only played about 4 or 5, maybe a handful. I played a handful of games in this this arty. And not saying I'm very impressed with it so far. The upgraded gun isn't going to give me, for example, this is the base gun, but the upgraded gun's only going to give me additional rate of fire. It's not even going to give me any additional damage or anything. I think it looks cooler, though, if I remember correctly. So again, I'm hoping that one of my teammates respots that ARL, but no, it's not going to happen. Of course, a lot of my teammates there on the front of the hill died. Now there's pretty much just a Cromwell and an ARL 44 over there. So we're not doing too well, actually. We're losing. The IS-2 is over on the west coast pushing the 3601. Got a KB-3 that just finally died in the middle of the map. He was killed off by the SU-122, which is... I have no idea where. I don't see... Oh, nope. I still don't see him on the map. I have no idea where he is. Is he outside my radio range? I don't know. That's weird. So now I'm focusing on the IS-2, figuring, okay, well, I could take a shot at this guy. He's still got a lot of health. I'm trying to do the mission, by the way, where I damage X amount of tanks, and then I think I'd have to do 1,000 damage or something to get the secondary. I could have taken a shot there, but I was a little worried it was going to overshoot and maybe hit the VK-3001D, or even shoot to one side and hit the 3601. But as it is, the 3601 died anyways. I was going to take that shot as soon as it aimed, but no, of course not. This is the frustrations of playing arty. I think people are sometimes crazy playing these things as much as they do. I think they're good if you want to slow down and maybe just kind of think tactically, completely tactically for a while. You know, is this tank going to move up? So forth and so on. All right, that's when the Jackson appears. And I think, oh, all right, Jackson, I can get him. I can get him. I can get... No, I can't get him. Damn it, I can't get him. All right, so... So this is where I'm thinking, all right, well, maybe if I move positions, or the ARL-44, he must have moved up here to defend their base. You know, he's pulled back, because now he's outnumbered. He's definitely pulled back, right? Right? No, he's not showing up. All right, well, this is when I start to get... Oh, darn, he's up there. Okay, so shall we shoot at him? Nope. He's there. He's... Oh, damn it. There goes that FV-304. The FV-304 got him. They already had a good game in this game. Because this is when I decide, screw it, I'm going to try to get better positioning on the Jackson. And somewhere between about here and about 100 meters from here, I decide, screw that, I'm just going to go frickin' shotgun. So yeah, we're going to go shotgun in the Lorraine and see how we do. It is a fast-moving tank, you have to admit. It goes pretty quickly forward, and I'm going downhill, of course, here. But I'm doing 66 kph. Even over this flat ground, I'm doing 52, 53. So now I have to admit, I was not expecting to find anybody over here. There's still an SU-122-44 who's never been seen. Well, he was just seen, but he hadn't been seen up until this point. And oh darn it, there's an SU-8 behind me. Whoops, how did he get there? Now I'm trying to get him to fire, which he does, and he misses. But then I wait a little more, and boom. There we go. Shotgun works. Shotgun most definitely works. Now, maybe because I play so many TDs, this feels more natural to me. But, so I figured, all right, well, I got 12 seconds to reload. I'm cruising, kind of doing a little jig-jag here because I don't want to get hit by the GW Panther or the other Lorraine. So they've still got a Jackson, an SU-122-44, and 2 arty, and we have 2 arty, VK-3001D, a ARL-44, an M12, was one of the arty, myself, and the T-25-2. But, yeah, it's not going to stay that way. Okay, now we've lost the SU-152 and the ARL-44. Both died. Or, excuse me, we lost the T-25-2 and the SU. Excuse me, the T-25-2 and the ARL-44. We'd lost the SU-152 a while back, I think. Where had we? Was he? Hold on, I actually got to see this. I think he was there a minute ago, wasn't he? Did we lose 3 tanks in that little short succession? No. No. Okay. All right. So M12. Yep. All right. Just speed it up here. Get back to where we were. Okay, we're coming back up on their base. Alright, so I know the GW's right there, You can kind of see him. And the SU-122 is pretty much right there. And there's the Jackson kind of further off. Now they actually are kind of in that middle spot, away from the base. But I'm pushing up. I'm going to push up. Oh, there's the GW Panther. I think he starts to see me, and he's starting to turn towards me. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I fire. I miss. Not good. He fires and hits the ground. Well, that shotgun attempt did not pay off. But would I be showing you this video if things were going to work out poorly? To borrow a line from Jingles. Yeah, I think I'm going to maybe call this segment, I don't know, something about YOLOing. Okay, so the Jackson's down to 1 hit point. The GW Panther's at 88 hit points. He just took another hit. Now he's down to 43. Those guys are going to town over there, the 3001D, but the Jackson is just picking off these guys one by one. Now he's dead. GW Panther is probably reloaded. I'm trying to get a shot on him, but I'd have to move to reposition. Nope, there's the SU-122-44, so I think, okay, I'll go for him. I fire. Okay, there's my first real damage in the game, and the first real threat removed. Now, he wasn't a very good player, but he was in a very good tank destroyer. So now it is just a 2 arty versus 1 arty scenario, and we have the GW Panther with 3 kills, and he's a decent player, versus me with 3 kills, and I'm a crappy artillery player, and our M12. And the M12, you can see, is maneuvering towards me. He probably wants to hook up with me and double team this arty, which is a smart idea. And I'm realizing that at the time. I'm like, I don't know if I want to take this guy on myself. I'm not sure he's going to spot me in this bush if he pushes forward enough. So I was a little bit unsure. I didn't know how good the camo would be working in this on this big giant artillery unit. So I decided to wait a little bit. And he's telling me there, wait. Wait, give me a minute to get into position. Okay, so then the GW Panther fired, though. And I don't know why he fired, because I hadn't spotted him. So he could have taken all day to aim there if he saw where I was. So I got very lucky in that sense. I love how one of the players there was telling me how the spotting system works. Like I don't know how the spotting system works. But that was it. That was my my little change of direction in that game, because I can tell you quite honestly that if I hadn't decided to go shotgun, that would have ended far differently, potentially even in a loss. I mean, the M12 may have pulled it out at the end, and I might have been supporting him as he pushed onto the base and tried to kill that. But I don't think the SU-122-44 would have been taken out. I don't think things would have gone differently. So maybe the SU-8 would have still been in play and all that stuff. So yeah, that little odd YOLO a bit by a tier 7 French artillery changed the direction of that match, I think. At least for me, because yeah, like I said, if I had done better early on in the game and been hitting tanks and knocking them out, that would have also had a good effect. So you can see this one was a Mastery Class 3. Yeah, boggles the mind. It fulfilled my mission of scoring 3 hits that caused damage to enemy vehicles. Because I got obviously I had 4 kills. Oops, that's a different battle. This one we had 7 shots fired with 3 direct hits and 3 penetrations, and splash damage with 2 hits. From a distance of 300 meters, we did 391 damage and total damage of 521. We had no hits received. We had 1 splash hit and so forth. Damage caused with my assistance, 183. So you can see it wasn't really, a stellar game or anything, but it put me in the middle of the rankings with 551 base XP and 521 damage, and 4 kills, which I thought was a little bit weird, actually. To be honest, I'm not really sure why. For instance, yeah, I'm a tier 7, but I'm an arty. So why does the Cromwell with 639 damage get 600? It's not really that much higher than me. I guess 629 base XP is not a huge difference between that and 551. I mean, I guess I should feel probably the FV304 should feel bad that I'm above him, but then I had 3 more kills than he did. So, but far less damage. So, anyways, I hope you got a little chuckle out of that one. That was, I thought, interesting in terms of an artillery battle. Alright, I played this battle back in December on 12/25, actually on Christmas. It was either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Not sure why I singled this out. It was a good game, but let's watch it together because it's been a while for me, so I'm not even going to be 100% sure what's going to happen here. I'll be surprised right along with you. All right, so it looks like we're on Siegfried line. We've got some decent matchmaking. One really good, above average player on our team, one on their team. Lots of yellows, a few oranges, and reds. So we're good. I'm not sure why I'm just sitting here. Like, I'm supposed to drive the tank now? I don't think so. I'm not sure I'm chatting. Maybe I just had a slow start on this one. Did I have trouble like logging in maybe? I don't know. I don't remember this scenario. Could have been a login issue. Could have been something. But I'm just sitting here with my little star on my barrel. I've only gotten one mark of distinction on this so far, which I've actually been a little bit surprised about, to be honest. Are you awake? I'm not sure who he's talking to. If I remember correctly, this actually works out well for me that I come in late to the battle. So we'll see. Because you can see they've lost a tank already. Siegfried Line can be one of those. This is obviously the encounter map on, oh, excuse me, the assault map on Siegfried Line. They're controlling the town, and we're trying to take it from them. All right, there I am. I see me. I'm in now. So how long was that? That was about. Wow, that was a while actually. There's only 8 minutes left. Of course, you start off with 10 minutes on a assault, right? Yeah, I think so. So about 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes left. So it was about a minute and a half late to come in. Sorry to make you sit for a minute and a half while I was trying to figure out what the heck I was doing. Maybe I'll like quickly edit that out. Nah. So we're coming in. We're gonna try to change them. They've already lost 4 tanks on the enemy side, so you know we're doing good already. Well, I'll have to see why I highlighted this one. There's a Lorraine 155-51. Oh, let me go into my view. We're gonna snipe him. Oh, that was a bad shot. That was a bad shot. That's not good. Let's not highlight this. This is terrible. Well, it's not terrible yet. Okay, we're obviously on auto aiming there, but I think took it off. So I've decided to push around the hill, or maybe go up to the hill. I'm not sure which. Thank you. I was panicking, the Diggermax says. Don't panic. It's just a video game. You're not really gonna die. You can just move on and play another match. So we're starting to get a bit of attrition here. Here's the Dickermax. He does hit me, which is unfortunate because I really think the Dickermax is an awful tank destroyer. Is he gonna hit me again? Nope. Okay, there's the Lorraine again. We're gonna try to take him out. He's actually rushing me, which was a dumb idea considering the 6-second reload time I have. 6.75. Okay, let's be specific. So that's 1 kill with the Dickermax. What can we do now? Let's see. How can we put this gun to work? I don't know. Let's rush into the city, maybe. Is that what I'm thinking? Because I think that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to remember. It's like, This is the benefit of catching the enemy out. So we caught him on fire. We got some nice... well, actually, it's saying that we only did 17 damage to the 3001P. I'm not sure that's accurate, but that's what XVM is saying. Maybe we did and somebody clipped him right before us. It's possible. But as I was saying, this is kind of the advantage of coming in behind the enemy when they're expecting, you know, everybody to be facing a certain direction. Not sure why. Oh, I decided to go for the KV-2 over the KV-85 because just considering the gun. Somebody else takes out the KV-85 for me, so that problem's gone. Now we're up to 3 kills. And there's a T-44. Yeah. And here's a T-59. Oh, this is why I highlighted this. There's a T-150. You notice how much I'm using auto-aim. People can scoff at auto-aim, but auto-aim is actually much improved. If you're not using it, you should really try. So that was the end of that one. That was quick and short. We were only in the battle for about 3 minutes, and we got a Top Gun. So 3 minutes and a 10-minute match, and a Top Gun. So this is the Achilles. And to play the Achilles, you have to go through the prior British Tier 5 tank destroyer, the Archer. And I'm already on record on numerous locations on the web and in chat forums on Twitch and all over the place for saying that the Archer is probably the worst tank destroyer ever added to the game, although the Churchill gun carrier probably would get more votes. I've never played the Churchill gun carrier, so I can only go based on my experience. But it's certainly the worst I've ever played. Now, the Tier 6 Achilles is a little better. Number one, it's got a functional turret, and it goes backwards and forwards at reasonable speeds. The Archer only goes backwards at a reasonable speed, and forwards it just crawls. It is a tank destroyer with which your only hope is to not be seen. And if anybody's been playing tank destroyers lately in the game of World of Tanks, you know that that is probably not going to happen unless you're in the perfect beauty spot with all your teammates spotting for you and no chance for an enemy to get within range of you to disclose your position. Now, of course, in patch 9.6, which is hitting any day now in North America, we are going to actually have less visibility, hidden, being able to say hidden, for tank destroyers, mainly because they're going to nerf our view range, which means that potentially we're going to have to move closer to the targets in order to see them. So, yeah, this is for tank destroyers in World of Tanks, it's just seemed to get worse and worse and worse. You may disagree with me. I played a lot of tank destroyer games where I think the average player out there complaining about this normally plays mediums and heavies and maybe lights. And I'm sorry, tank destroyers are meant to be invisible tanks firing from beyond your vision or undercover and to not be seen. Go online, do a search under Google for tank destroyers World War II, and you will see all the lengths with which tank destroyer crews went to make sure that they were not seen. Now, this included fixed camouflage, rubble and buildings and all sorts of things. But now we can't do fixed camouflage in the game, obviously, other than I guess you could assume that the camouflage netting is basically that. We don't see it deployed, but that's what it's supposed to be. But anyways, so I don't want to get too derailed on this, but in this battle, we have an Achilles in a Tier 7 battle. Now, this matchup was pretty even in terms of the matchmaker, and yeah, this is going to shape up to be a decent battle. So we will go ahead and continue. Oop, and put ourselves into driver view mode, or what I was doing. And I played this battle, I believe, last night or the night before. I think last night. And this is only maybe my 4th battle in the tank, or 5th battle, something like that. And I am using the finally the slightly upgraded gun. So this is a comparable gun to the Firefly gun. I'm not sure why I'm getting the jitters again. This hasn't been doing it on recent replays, but apparently it's going to do it on this one. Yeah, we're going to pull up to this spot, which I like this spot. Immediately I see this Covenanter, and I'm going to line up, take a shot, and miss. Because he didn't keep pulling forward, damn it. Now I'm going to go for the T-34. Oop, I got him. And I can get him again. And that one I set him on fire and tracked him. So yeah, that was some fine gunnery work by Sergeant Starkweather. That's my last name. Which is not a very big secret in the world of the web. So this M4 is going to also try to shoot me through the sandbags there. But I was able to get him on one shot. And hopefully on a second shot. Nope, missed that one. Pulling up. This is a very good... He hit me with some heat there. I don't know why he's trying to shoot heat in front of Achilles, but I barely have any armor. At least not necessary to use heat. Now this Comet pulls out. He's shooting at the Lux that's here. And I don't know why the Lux has decided to pull so far out to to be shooting at the M4, which is probably not a good idea either for the Lux. We try to shooting an M4 with his gun from that range in that position, but we won't argue about it. So there we go. We got the Sherman. Now we can concentrate on the Comet. And I think I missed my first shot here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I tried to take that little snapshot. That's not working. But he pulls out far enough, and I hit him. And he's getting some shots from another direction. Not sure where. Now he's shooting at that. He's shooting at. He's shooting at the E-25, which is pulled up around to that side. And for some reason, he decides to just leave me with the side of his turret, which I'm fine with shooting a Tier 7 Comet in the side of his turret. And somebody got that one before I could get it. Now I've got the T-50 trying to move around. That was a poorly aimed shot, but he gets tracked, so I get another follow-up shot. But I'm not able to make that one connect in time either. Now the best gun on this, the top highest tier gun on this, will be full, the Firefly pound. What is it? The 17-pounder? I think it's 17-pounder, right? So that gun. Oh, by the way, the disadvantages with this tank, and you may see it occasionally through your game. Watch the turret rotation speed. It has really slow turret rotation speed. So we're looking for these T-29s, which are the T-29 and the KV-2 are all that's left in the enemy team. But when you have two T-29s and a KV-2, that is cause for worry, especially when two of the remaining tanks on your team are artillery. Yeah, not probably a good thing. Still getting the jitteries here. This was not normal playback. I'm assuming this is some kind of hard drive read issue. I haven't updated, if the new 9.6 game is out, I have not yet updated my system with it, so I shouldn't be getting any kind of problem with the versioning, because this is obviously the newest version of the game, 9.5. I guess after I make this video, I will log in to see what 9.6 is like. Alright, so we see this T-29. He's obviously having it out there. He's got a T-34-85 on his tail, on his side. I'm able to get his tail. And he's going to look over here at me. But I think it's going to be a little late for him. I don't even think he sees me, actually. At least he's poking around like he doesn't. He saw me in the end, but it looked like he didn't see me right off the bat. Alright, so now we have one Tier 7 T-29 with 5 kills versus 3 players. One being an arty, and one being myself, and then the other being a T-25/2. He's got 574 hit points left. This could go either way, folks. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? He's deciding to make his move towards me. Now oh, here we go. I was looking for that tracking shot, and I didn't get it, but oh, that was nice. That was nice. So he cannot hit me from this position, and I can perma-track him. So that was the end of it. He could have had all his hit points at that point, and I think I would have gotten him, unless he had a repair kit, which I don't think he had, obviously. So that's the replay in the Achilles. All right, so here's the battle we just watched in the Achilles. This was enough for a first-class mastery badge. And some other awards there, which not 100% sure like what this one is. This is that's not the fire one. I'm not even sure what all these are. I can't tell. I'm just not that kind of player. You can see we're running without a premium account on this. I hope you noticed. We did get we completed one of the party prep missions. I don't know what that one is. But we did do 1,914 damage, top of our team. We did 1,086 base XP. You can see the enemy team, the KV-2 did 1,999 damage with 3 kills and 674 base XP. And he did get some major awards there, probably Steel Wall and something else, I'm guessing. Didn't get any major awards on this one, kind of sad a little bit. That, a Tier 6 and a Tier 7 battle couldn't have done better. Especially with this kind of kill numbers, or this kind of damage numbers. You can see, though, we fired 22 shots with 15 direct hits and 15 penetrations. We only received 2 penetrating hits ourselves. We didn't block any damage. We spotted 3 vehicles. We did 329 assistance damage. That's probably from tracking something, I would assume. And yeah, just overall, it was actually a pretty fun match. And I'm maybe thinking the Achilles, once the crew is fully at 100%, maybe a good tank destroyer with its rotating turret and such. So it should be interesting to see. Not really sure these tank destroyers, or the new British tanks, are quite tier leveled properly. I don't believe for a second, for example, that the Archer is a tier 5 tank destroyer. I think it's more like a tier 4. And we'll see over time whether I think the Archer is really a tier 6 tank destroyer too. I mean, I think with its turret rotation speed and its lack of any serious armor, the gun is obviously beautiful and fires well and so forth. But again, that's very situational when you get into the scenario where you can just keep firing and firing without having to worry about reciprocal shots. So yeah, so the same thing kind of goes for the Firefly, although the Firefly should be a tier 6 vehicle in terms of just, its place in history and so forth, being that it used to be able at least to in mass attack tigers and things like that. So, well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this update video with the 3 matches. I'll try to do some more. We're getting close to 300 subscribers, so maybe this video hopefully will help push us up there. I will do more videos. But I need to see more kind of interest in them, and I don't know. I've been putting up videos lately and not getting a lot of commentary and stuff, and it's one of those scenarios where, I do this to some degree to feel like my work is being appreciated. Not that I make great videos. I'm not saying I'm Jingles or anything that I should have 300,000 subscribers, but I would like to see a little more intercommunication between myself and my watchers. So if you can spare 20 seconds, put a little comment down there and tell me if you liked the video or not. We'll see you next time, hopefully, and have a good one.